Hey there, Jed Coburnus here from jedcoburnus.com, driving to my last day of work in South Minneapolis, Minnesota, because this is talk therapy. Talk therapy is where I talk out loud, I think out loud, and it just helps me clear the thoughts, clear who I am, get to know even better what is going on in here and in here. So the first 5 minutes is me versus my ego. Second 5 minutes is me with my ego, and third 5 minutes is just me. So I wouldn't be opposed to you fast forwarding this all the way to like minute 8 or 10, because that's where the real meat and potatoes, it comes out of this whole entire process. But yeah, so today's the beginning of the end. That's what I'm calling today. Today I intend to feel ready, and that's a big deal to me. So, I mean, it's a big day. It's the last day of my Twin Cities experience, because we're moving. We're moving to a little town called Roseau, Minnesota, and I'm really excited for it. And this is me talking to myself. This is me telling myself that it's still okay. It still feels good that I'm leaving, a managerial spot, a managerial job, to go and build an right there. Is that's my ego talking, saying, so don't say anything wrong, don't say anything wrong, don't screw up. So yeah, I mean, it literally comes down to, and that camera is all over the place today, but it's okay. That's just kind of how it works. I'm driving and I don't want to be distracted, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But that's really what it is I'm telling myself that it's still relevant, it's still okay to be, in this moment in the day, to be leaving a job that is, a pretty dang good job, to then be going to what I would consider still a really good job. I'm going to be working at Marvin Windows, and mark my words, man, and this is what I'm saying. This is literally to myself. I'm saying this to myself, saying, gear up, because Marvin Windows just opened a health and wellness center. They have, I think, a doctor and 2 nurses or something like that. And I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to work my butt off, and be happy, and be healthy, and and I'm going to kind of work my way into that health and wellness center at Marvin Windows. Check them out, man. They're a pretty good company. Actually, they're a very good company. Marvin Windows, building windows. I get to learn a new trade. That's what I think I'm most excited about. It's completely and utterly different. It's like everything that I've done in the last 10 years is the complete opposite of that. And that's okay, right? I'm following this. I'm following my heart. And initially was that, right? It was just that. It was just following my heart. Because and I shouldn't say it was, because it still is. But it's funny, because when I explain to people why I'm doing what I'm doing, they don't exactly understand. It's just funny that I right away when I was moving, and here, that's my ego, right? That's what I mean. Right away when we were deciding to do all this, it was, well, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? What's this and what's that? And what it comes down to is when I first started, okay, here it is, here's what we're doing, and somebody says, whoa, why? I used to just, I used to tell them the truth. The truth is, because I'm following my heart. This is a calling. This is my beliefs are God, right? You can have your beliefs, whatever you want to believe. You're entitled to that. This is me. This is me talking to me. And my belief is God is calling me to Roseau and calling me to work at Marvin Windows in Warroad, Minnesota, right? Like, I don't know what that is, and I love that I don't know. That's faith right there. How many people in their life can say they followed a calling, a deeper sense of self than themselves? How many people can say that in their life? How many people wished that they would do something different with their life? And they didn't just settle and just complain about what's going on and stay with it or whatever it is, right? I would say more times than not, that's what happens. More times than not, that's what happens. So that's what it comes down to, is more times than not, people don't ever follow that calling. Well, I did, and I am. Because today is the beginning of the end. It's the beginning. And this is when I do it. I do it in the morning. Talk therapy, man. Like, talking out loud or thinking out loud only gets you that much closer. Yeah, that much closer. I was going to say further, but no. Further away from your ego, yes, but closer to your true self. And that's massively important. And what's funny is I have mixed feelings about today. But it feels good here, and it's a little scary here, and I think that's where the mix comes from. Yeah. That's where it is. That's where it comes from. But for the very moment, think to yourself, what would life be like if I wouldn't have followed this feeling? Yeah, I don't know. We would be still, way far away from family. We'd still be just trying to make ends meet. We'd still be just going through the motion of life, not loving much of it, Like, not saying it's miserable, but it's funny because we have neighbors down the street, and we're just starting to get to know them. Like, we close on our house next Wednesday, and we are just starting to get to know them. And the last few days, Molly's been playing at their house. Like, but that's the transition, though. Jess was never home either, so this is her first summer being at home, and like, that's a big deal, because, man, yeah, this is some crazy stuff. So just so much happening, so much change in a rapid amount of time, and that's okay. Like, life does that to you. A complete uproot and a complete world upside down feeling, once in a lifetime change, is good for you. How do you know? You gotta go through it. You gotta listen. Listen to what your body's telling you. Listen to what your mind is telling you. And then, I don't know, I'd say it's body over mind, and then it's mind over matter, and then, mind, body, and spirit. That's really what you'd really want to listen to. Because at the beginning of all of it, where were we at? When I first started this journey of the beginning of the end, I was sitting at my sister-in-law's house, or apartment, or whatever, right? Place. And I told Jess, I was like, let's move to Roseau, like yesterday. Let's do it. And she was like, you're full of crap. And by the end of the weekend, I was actually very serious. Very serious. And I don't know. I don't know, and I love that I don't know what's going to happen. But today, I just feel like I just feel like this talk therapy session is definitely about following your dreams, about the beginning of the end, right? The beginning of the end of what you want in life. I asked myself this morning, what do I want people to do when they come to my website or when they come to my blog? I want them to work out. I want them to watch the physiology show, to pick up, all sorts of valuable information that I can bring to the table. And then I want them to either join YGT Fitness, join T3, purchase custom WODs, purchase one-on-one live sessions, maybe a joint venture, maybe purchase some ads, like I can post ads on the side of the sidebar of each post. It can have sponsors, right? It can be a sponsored blog, sponsored website. That's what I want, right? And that's what's happening. It's just, I just wanted to ask myself that, to see what that felt like. Because moving forward, that's all I'm going to do. I will not be denied any longer for anybody who says, no, I don't want to pay for that. Well, that's fine. I'm good with it. Because I have an answer for that too, right? So if a person says they can't afford the YGT Fitness membership, that's the fellowship program. Like, I have an answer for almost everything. And that's pretty dang cool to say. But that's what it comes down to, is just being able, right, to start the process of being in the moment, of beginning the end. Yeah, it is. It's the beginning of the end right now. Like, I'm driving to this job on my last day and feeling great. It's a great day. Every day is a great day. Like, the amount of gratitude that I have every day for the last 6 months is probably the most gratitude I've ever had in my life. Because I would say, and I know it's weird, but the first of the year, right? Like, everybody has the first of the year. But really, that was the beginning of the end. The first of the year was the beginning of the end, when it was like, okay, we just got to get out of here. We just have to, not that Mound, like Mound, Minnesota. Mound, Minnesota is probably one of the best places. If we weren't going to live in Roseau, we would stay in Mound. Like, I love Mound. It's just we don't have any family. We don't have any family there. And I know family isn't, family is what you make of it and all that fun stuff, and I get it, but we didn't have any family. Family is the most important thing to me. Like, if I don't have my wife and my children, I don't have anything, right? I don't. It's the Gary Vaynerchuk rule, right? Love your wife, or let's say love your family, work super hard, and be passionate. I don't remember the third one. I threw the third one in there. Be passionate. Love your family, work super hard, and live your passion. Be proof. Like, I think that's really what for me it is. I'm living proof of, the T3 method and my own workouts, and that's what it is. So yeah, today is a bit of a scattered therapy session, or whatever you want to call these. But yeah, I would say that's what I do. That's what I do. The other thing I'm kind of excited about to just talk about is I think, and I don't know, and I love that I don't know, I think I may have found an awesome test, like an awesome way to test your body to see if your capabilities, I guess I would call it. I don't know why I paused right there, but because I don't want to say the wrong thing, but I think what it is I think I may have found a test and that I'm with these capabilities, like a test, like it's a sit and stand test, and there's some standards wrapped around it. Like, it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, this is a good thing right here. The beginning of the end. Get ready for that. So as always, if you're willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Great day. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.
Going in for the ask. Like, comment, and share. Subscribe. Sign up. Do whatever it is you need to be doing. Whether that button's down here, or over here, or up there, or over here. Doesn't matter where the button's at. Just push it. Push the button.